Hello and welcome to Food Trail with me, Shubhra Mukherjee. I'm in Gujarat Bhavan amidst the celebrations of Sharad Purnima, and here we're exploring the sweet, the salty and the ever-welcoming Gujarati cuisine. So come and join me. With the full moon shining in the sky, Gujarat Bhavan is lit up with hundreds of lights to welcome the Sharad Purnima. It's one of the most important days after the Navratris for the Gujaratis, which makes celebrations with song and dance a must. The traditional Garba and the Dandiya Ras is a dance that honors the feminine power. Dancing under the moonlight, the women greet Goddess Lakshmi.
Gujarati people, they are very fond of eating and they love the Gujarati food. Even they go to some European countries, they go to Germany or London or Munich and Australia, they look for the Gujarati food. Gujarati khana kahan milta hai. So Gujarati food, people, Gujarati is traveler and they like Gujarati food because it's a special type of Gujarati taste they want. If you see, the Gujarati food is very, simple food, easily digestible. And what we add is little bit sweetness to all the items.
While on one side, the stage resonated with the rhythm of the dance and the music. On the other, the Gujarati restaurant's kitchen got ready to serve the guests. Busy hands doing everything from chopping to frying and mixing. We couldn't wait till we took a closer look at the mouth-watering halwa to the delicious steaming sabzi. The catering manager Rajesh Sharma tasted the dishes to see if they had got everything right, which is when the feast began. The restaurant bustled with people queuing up to enjoy the authentic Gujarati cuisine.
Gujarati food is consistently sweet, and they put good and sourness. The sourness and sweetness is in equal measure. That's why it is more known, across India. This is more like homely food, although I think, they could make it more Gujarati than it is now. But I think the khichdi here is to die for. But other things, like today they had undhiyu because it is Sharad Purnima, so it's a big festival there, and that's why they have this special food.
Despite being a coastal state, Gujarati cuisine is downright vegetarian. It is also an extremely lavish affair with an elaborate menu. That includes every dish with a different taste and cooking style. The sheer variety of starters itself becomes a problem of where to start, since you are spoiled for choice. The welcoming drinks include the jaljeera and lemonade. For quick bites, there's the khaman dhokla, khandvi, vatana or pea samosas, hara bhara kebab and tiny paneer rolls served with pudina and khajur chutney. And how can we ignore the crispy Gujarati papad? With so much to sample, I treat myself to a bite of each.
I'm a big fan of dhokla and khanvi, but I must say the dhokla and the khanvi are a riot of flavors over here, and they are very, very different from each other. The dhokla, of course, it is salty and it is sweet all at the same time, but the khanvi, you'll get a mild taste. They are very similar because they both have the same compound in making, that is besan.
The main course gets even better. With 10 items on the plate, the special Gujarati thali tickles every taste bud. With 3 types of breads to choose from, like the normal roti, thepla and bhakri, there are generous helpings of 6 items from the famous undia to the Gujarati kadhi and tadka dal.
Now this is the very special thali that Gujarat Bhavan offers on Sharad Purnima. Sharad Purnima is a very important festival and a very important day for the Gujaratis, and I must say the meal showcases the very elaborate and the luxurious food offering that they have. Out of all these vegetables and different types of dishes that I am offered over here, I like few of them. The white curry which is here, it is very tangy in taste, and unlike the yellow curry, it's of course different, but yes, the flavors are very, very strong and very, very tangy. The Matar Paneer, they are a very rich version of the normal Matar Paneer that you get. It is made with a paste of badam and almonds, and therefore it's of course very rich.
And finally, I come to my personal favorite, the moong dal halwa. Piping hot and dripping ghee. Not typically Gujarati, it is a delectable dessert from Awadh. The exotic taste makes it a fitting ending to a perfect meal.
Now I'm served over here the moong dal halwa and the chach. I must say these two things coming together make the perfect ending to a very lavish and elaborate Gujarati thali. And of course, what is Gujarati thali without something salty and something sweet? So as I go back to relishing my food, it's over to you, Tina.